Yep.
Hi everyone on Periscope, Twitter, and Facebook world. We're here in East Boston. Our rolling rally has gone through about, 8 boroughs now across Boston? And we're here in East Boston, and behind us is a COVID-19 testing centers. Let's talk about this. In March of this year, I was the first scientist to expose the fear-mongering of the coronavirus fraud. Let's talk about that, all right? Because it's time that people heard some real science and people got educated. So many of you know that I'm considered one of the leading experts on the immune system in the world. In November of this year, I gave the talk at the National Science Foundation. It was an invited talk, not only an invited talk, but a prestige lecture talk. Okay, so those are quite important because they don't just invite any flunky to the National Science Foundation to give a talk. They invited me because they consider me one of the leading experts on the immune system. That was in November of last year. And in that talk, I gave a new understanding of the immune system, which clearly shows that one size does not fit all. All right? We live in the age of personalized and precision medicine. The body is a very complex system, and one size does not fit all. And everyone in that audience, primarily engineers and scientists, all understood that. However, in January of this year, 2020, many of you remember that we were hit by this quote-unquote pandemic. And I was the first to call out this little guy called Fauci. Fauci has been a fraud most of his life. He's a bureaucrat, a government bureaucrat who has built his entire career on promoting, in the best case, an old idea of the immune system that goes back to 1915 or 1960. And that is a very simplified model of the immune system, which basically says that you must get a vaccine, and a vaccine is the only way to support your immune system against pathogens and viruses. That understanding of the immune system is based on, again, not only an old understanding, but it's based on an understanding of the immune system that basically tells all of us that we need external influences like a vaccine to support our immune system, and it ignores the fact that we have to boost our immune system, and it also lies to the fact that a virus or a pathogen is not what kills us. All right? So a virus or a pathogen is not what kills us. What kills us is a dysfunctional immune system. When you have an immune system that is weakened and is not functioning well. So when you support the body's immune system, and one of the best ways is the sun. And by the way, if you're dark, you need 10 to 15 times more sun. All right, so telling African Americans, Hispanic Americans who have darker skin to be isolated, and stay away from people is probably a way to kill those people, because what you're telling people is don't get the vitamin D3, which boosts your immune system. And you guys can see I've done a lot of videos on these. Many of my D3 videos have gone viral, but the most important point is it's about boosting the immune system. So when you start looking at it from a scientific perspective, you realize the number one goal is to boost the immune system. Right here, we probably have among all of us thousands of trillions of viruses right here. All of us. The dogs probably have more. And by the way, what's interesting is the more that you're exposed to viruses, your body gets stronger. A very interesting study, since we have the dogs here, some young kids here, was done about 20 years ago, and it took 3 groups of young kids, families, where one family had no dogs, another family had dogs which were running inside and outside, and then the third set of dogs which were just house dogs. Well, it turns out the kids who had dogs which were going in and out of the house, playing in dirt, those kids had 70 to 80% less ear infections, okay? So just think about that. We are supposed to be exposed to dirt and viruses and pathogens, and our body reacts, it stresses, it gets resilient, it gets strong. Telling people to wear these stupid masks, okay? I know someone told you to do that. Tell them to wear these stupid masks all day. Telling people to stay away from other people, social distancing, telling people not to take the proper nutrients from food, vitamin D3, from the sun, vitamin A, vitamin C, zinc, and iodine is probably one of the most criminal acts that you can do. It's fake science, and it's actually criminal. That's what Fauci's been doing. So when I brought this up in March, not one doctor said anything. Well, now you have some doctors saying something. And in fact, there's some, everyone see this, the Berkshire or Great Barrington thing? If you really read it, it's these doctors are all big pharma guys. Read it. They're pro-vaccine development and pharma guys suddenly coming into it because they need to save their credibility. And it's not done out of Great Barrington, right? It's not done from working people. So it's done in such a way. It looks good, but the medical establishment, we expose them. And this is not, there's a lot of good medical doctors, but most of them do not understand the immune system. Maybe they get one course in it, but they don't learn anything about the immune system. So they've fear-mongered people to wear masks, wear masks, wear masks, and these masks, frankly, do zero. They do zero for you. Nothing. It's unfortunate. But what they do is fear-monger people. And what they do, particularly these young kids wearing masks, is one of the worst things you can do. Not one child has died from the coronavirus. Not one child. All right? When you put these masks on the kids, you're increasing the chance of them getting infections. That's what you're doing. You're hurting the kids. Take those freaking masks off the kids, for God's sake. All right? We shouldn't be doing that. And those of you who are wearing masks, it's not your fault, because most of you here have been lied to. Because why is this being done? Because who does the fear-mongering serve? The fear-mongering serves big tech, it serves big pharma, big hospitals, who else? Big news, big media, all of these people are involved. Let me repeat. The fear-mongering of the coronavirus sells ads. They got a lot of people glued to TV because everyone's staying home. A lot of gaming companies are doing well. In fact, the World Health Organization has told mothers and parents to have their kids at home playing video games. I don't know if you saw this. Video game stocks are exploding right now. Children should be playing. So we have seniors dying in their homes, dying alone. We have children not playing, businesses being shut down. We have forced vaccinations, and we have fraudulent elections. All of this brought to you by them. So who does it serve? It serves big media. It serves big tech because they have a way to censor us and control news. It serves big pharma. It serves big hospitals. It serves big academia. And the problem that they have is our campaign, Shiva for Senate, and the thousands of volunteers who have mobilized, and now we're doing a write-in campaign because we were the first, a lot of firsts here, to expose election fraud at the deepest levels in Massachusetts. More votes than voters. That's what we found out. We won on a landslide victory, the primary election. We won that election, and they stole it away from us by manipulating the computer systems. That's what they can do. They can manipulate computer systems to flip elections. That's why the other guy whose website address, what's that? Basically, you have a lawyer running. Two lawyers are running against us. One of the guys, both of them didn't even campaign, and suddenly they're beating us 60-40 wherever you go. Complete farce. So we have fraudulent elections in the United States, we have forced vaccinations, and we have this fear-mongering of the COVID viruses. Everyone's walking around with masks. These masks do nothing for you. They hurt you. The masks do nothing. You had Chris Christie, that fat slob, I'm sorry, that's what he is, right? Who, is a quote-unquote Republican. Chris Christie, he's saying, oh yeah, everyone should wear masks. Well, maybe he should lose about 500 pounds, okay? No, seriously. The guy's overweight. He was a catcher in my high school, okay? I went to school with him. He's gotten big, okay? So that's one of the things people should do. And if you isolate people, if you don't have the chance for people to get these nutrients, so this entire corona fear-mongering scam, as I was the first to expose back in March, you can read all about it on Twitter, was done to suppress dissent. It was done to promote mandated medicine, and it was done to essentially push upon us a medical care system that doesn't actually serve all of us. That's what's really been done about it. So they've fear-mongered to suppress. Yes, that's right. So this campaign and our movement was the first to expose this. So it's extremely important that people recognize where the source of real news comes from. After we exposed it, then you had the opportunists follow because they realized what I was saying was not only truthful, but it started generating views for their websites. But it's important in 2020 and beyond, we start listening to people who actually stand for truth, freedom, and health. Because had they listened to me, and I wrote a letter to the president, which the White House got, which said, do not shut down the entire economy. Isolate those people who are actually ill, the elderly people. Take those people who have COVID-19, boost them on vitamin D, boost them on vitamin A, and all of us should have been working. Instead, 38 million jobs were lost, and in the middle of that quote-unquote COVID crisis, 600 billionaires increased their wealth by $2.3 trillion. So this is what actually took place. So this served the interests of big tech, because a lot of those guys who made money were big tech, right? Because they forced everyone to work from home. Zoom stocks, Amazon stocks, all these big tech stocks went up. Big pharma made money, but you didn't. What you did was you got fear-mongered. You're running around, your businesses. 1 out of 5 restaurants are shut down now in the United States. That's what took place. This is why in 2020, you don't need any more lawyers. You need someone like me. You need scientists, you need engineers, people who actually solve and analyze problems. We've basically destroyed this economy. We have a fake stock market, which is basically serving the super wealthy, but it has nothing to do with reality. So in 2020, you must pick up your pen like a sword and write in Dr. Shiva for Senate. That's what this is about. This is a write-in campaign. And when you write in Dr. Shiva for Senate, you're doing multiple things. First of all, you're saying that you have a brain. Number 2, you're not going to be a fool like voting for a Republican or a Democrat who's going to slit your throat. Some idiots say, oh, I'm going to split the vote. Well, no, they're going to slit your throat. It's not split, it's slit. It's even worse. They're going to slit your throat. I may split the vote, but they're going to slit your throat. You're basically going into a corral. Imagine this. You're like 2 cows or cows going into a corral, Republican and the Democrat guillotine. And I'm opening a gate for you saying, write in Shiva for Senate. And some idiot is saying, I'm going to split the vote. Well, that person wants to slit your throat. In 2020, you can no longer vote for Republican and Democrat, particularly lawyers. Particularly a lawyer, because they create problems, they avoid solutions, and they will sell you out. There we go, the Boston Police. Thank you for your service. All right. So it's time that we all recognize that the fear-mongering of the coronavirus, there's many viruses. Coronavirus, you have 380 trillion viruses in your body. These viruses are intended to strengthen your immune system. So boost your immune system, build community. We have no one with masks here. No masks. Rather, get vitamin D3, get vitamin A from the green leafy vegetables. Take the iodine to support your thyroid so your body converts more vitamin A. Get the zinc and take vitamin C. And if you know anyone who's critically ill, put them on IV vitamin C. 100 grams, titrate it, which means give it in doses over a 24-hour period. Proven method in many ICUs. None of this is new. 88,000 papers written on vitamin D3. And if anyone tells you these masks work, they're lying to you. They're not scientists. And if you think wearing these masks and telling others that wear masks, you're a better human being, it's a form of racism, actually. It's a new form of segregation. So please, take off those masks. Please, for God's sake, don't do it. Get vitamin D3, though. Take off the mask and pop some vitamin D3 pills. That's what I say. In fact, if you want to wear a mask, let me take that back. Wear a big cellophane around you. Stay home. No, seriously, don't even bother going out. Stay home. No, seriously. If you want to wear a mask and you... if you want to wear a mask, here's my suggestion. Go all the way, right? Please put a big mask around your house. Tape it all up. Seal all the windows. Don't go shopping. Don't go to restaurants. Don't do anything. In fact, stay away from your kids. Put them somewhere else, right? Put everyone in little cubes and stay away. But we don't need to wear masks because we have strong immune systems. But you probably have a weak immune system. So that's what you should do. More food for us, right?
That's right.
Right? So stay home. Starve yourselves. Don't go out. But those masks don't do anything for you. My recommendation is seal your home. Silicone. What do you recommend, Jerry? I would solder it, seal it. Don't let any air in, no air out. Right? Seal it. Seal it completely. In fact, I would say go to a bank and put yourself in a vault and seal it.
Buy yourself a vault and go in there.
Yeah, buy yourself a little. Yeah, you'll last some time, but bottom line is we don't need masks. We got strong immune systems. We take vitamin D3, yes? 5,000 to 10,000 IUs. We take vitamin A. We take the zinc, which stops viral replication. We take the iodine, which supports the immune system. But if you want to wear masks, I'm not going to tell you not to wear it, but please don't. Please just stay home, because those masks are doing nothing for you. Maybe make you feel good, but they do nothing. What do you think, Michelle? What's that? Wrap it up? Okay. Anyway, Michelle says wrap it up. Bottom line is that big pharma, big media are making money off you. Don't be stupid. Don't be a dope. Stop it. This is where I've gotten to at this point, right? It's like don't be an idiot, okay? So if you want to slit your throat, vote Republican, Democrat. If you want to free yourself, write in Dr. Shiva for U.S. Senate. That's what this is. Write in Dr. Shiva for U.S. Senate, right? And for God's sakes, please take those masks off your kids.
Can you say one thing to people?
Yeah.
Tell them to stop talking about splitting the vote. Could you just say it?
Okay, any idiot who wants to split the vote should go split his own head, okay? Who's telling me I'm splitting the vote should go, basically, I'm saying they should walk in and get their throat slit, because that's what they're doing. Anyone who has the idea of splitting the vote is basically saying, I want to split my throat. That's what they're really saying. Because you have to be an idiot, because this is the same old nonsense. Basically, it's like a kindergarten politics. We're at the PhD level, you're at the kindergarten level. Any idiot who says I'm going to split the vote is a kindergartner, okay? Stay that level, stay there, you're probably vaccine injured if you're saying that. What? It's true. A lot of these people probably are vaccine injured if they're saying that kind of nonsense. I feel bad for them. I have sympathy now. All right, thank you, everyone. Be well. All right, write in Dr. Shiva for U.S. Senate. Free yourself. ¿Cómo estás? How do you say take off? ¿Cómo se dice take off los masques? No necesita. Es el tonto los masques. Sí. Okay.
I stopped it. Okay. Right there at the end.